Russell Crowe looks nothing like that anymore.
No, Russell Crowe looks more like me today than he does, but than what he did back in Gladiator days.
But he seems he's not like as combative as he used. Didn't he have like a really, really antagonistic relationship with paparazzi?
Scary, and he threw a phone at somebody once.
But I don't. He doesn't seem that way anymore. He's kind of softened in old age.
He's soft. Literally, he's very soft. He's
yes,
a very fat man now. That's fine.
I've seen him in a handful of interviews. He seems like one of the few celebrities that seems fairly
down to earth,
approachable, and down to earth.
Yeah,
not back then.
No,
but
and something else. Talking about movies, like we did a review, a movie review on our show Get Real, about a Christmas movie that was released on Apple TV called Spirited. It had Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell. If you're wanting to watch it, it's fine. It's not a great film, but it's fine. It's fun. It's a fun movie if you want to watch it. But I was discussing on that episode that there has been many Christmas movies that have been made in the last 20 some odd years, but none of them have any like real staying power.
Yeah.
There hasn't been like an original classic movie.
Love Actually is probably like the last one.
I wouldn't even count Love Actually.
It's kind of a go-to for a lot of people in this generation.
I know it is, but
fine.
I'm like, no, I don't even count that one. The one I stop at Elf. I say that's the last
one.
That's the last like original Christmas movie classic that people gravitate toward every year.
I've only seen it one time. I've seen it kind of like fine.
I've seen it a few times. I'm like, it's not one of my go-tos, but it's not. If it's on, I'll watch it.
Mine's Rocky IV.
For Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay.
He fights him on Christmas. It's great.
Well, so that okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's not a Christmas movie at all, but it's a vague enough connection that I'll stick with it.
You can count it as a Christmas because people count Die Hard as a Christmas movie. I count.
It is a Christmas movie.
It is. We saw Chuck Norris earlier. There's a Chuck Norris movie that's a Christmas movie. It's called Invasion USA, where a bunch
takes place on Christmas.
It takes place during the Christmas season. Yeah. So it's a Christmas movie. Yeah.
Isn't the second Die Hard on Christmas too?
I think so.
Or is it just kind of like I just remember it snowing at an airport?
I don't really remember that one, but everybody remembers the first one. So much so that they made a Hans Gruber not advent. It's like one of those countdown to Christmas calendars.
Yeah.
So he's like this, in his
when
pose,
he gets dropped,
right? And it starts at 1, and then he moves down 2, 3, 4 until you get to the bottom.
Okay.
It's December 25th. Like that is the most clever thing I'd ever seen. I almost bought it. I didn't buy it, but I almost bought it. I was like, that's amazing. But so Die Hard's considered, But like Elf is like the last Christmas classic to come out, and ever since then it's just been junk. It's just been crap that's been put out there. It's Christmas movies that have no staying power, and nobody really gravitates toward. Like Christmas with the Cranks. Remember that with Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis? You had Surviving Christmas with Ben Affleck and James Gandolfini. Yeah, you don't remember that, do you? Nobody
I never watched it.
Nobody remembers
Wasn't there 4 Christmases?
With Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon. That sucked. There was Fred Claus, also with Vince Vaughn, where it was about Vince Vaughn plays...
He's like his brother.
Santa Claus's little brother. Yeah, I was like...
He's like a troublemaker or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like, okay.
I didn't know Vince... I never connected the dots that Vince Vaughn was in 2 Christmas movies.
2 Christmas movies, and they both stunk, yeah. Then there was, I think it was called 'Tis the Season. It had Matthew Broderick and Danny DeVito. They were like...
I've never heard of that.
They were like dueling
one.
neighbors, like to outdo each other for Christmas.
I guess Christmas movies,
it just sucks.
Or maybe they just had a shelf life. We're more open to them back in the 70s, and 80s, 60s, 50s.
Elf was 2003.
That's like the last one.
Yeah. Well, I also kind of look at it like we're so hooked onto nostalgia and vintage stuff that we like to look back on things.
You look at Claymation Rudolph.
Right, we like to look back on class. So like Christmas time, we look back at classic Christmas movies, and it's not just the Claymations, but also Christmas Vacation, A Christmas Story, Scrooged,
Christmas Story,
Home Alone,
making Christmas Story 2,
Christmas Story Christmas, which is out. That's another thing. It's like that movie did pretty well, but it's a legacy sequel. They did
already out.
Yeah, it's out.
Yeah.
They did remember a few years ago they did a CGI version of The Grinch. Came out like in 2018.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
to be honest.
It was a big hit. But how many times have you seen The Grinch? 1,000,000 times.
Too many times.
Ron Howard did it. Then you had the cartoon from the 60s. You don't need any more. So it's like, again, there hasn't been like an original Christmas idea since, in my opinion, since Elf. But I could be wrong. But I
don't know. I don't really have a lot of favorite Christmas movies.
Oh, I have a ton.
I'm just not into them.
I have 6. We'll go down the 6 here. Coming in at number 6 is Santa Claus Conquers the Martians,
Okay.
which is a terrible B movie from the 60s, but it's so bad it's good.
Wait, is there a real movie called Kiss Save Santa? Like the band Kiss Save Santa?
I don't know.
It's mentioned on Family Guy. I've always wondered if it's actually a real thing.
Oh, if it's probably not. There was a Halloween movie put out called Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park.
Okay.
That was a real thing. But so number 6, Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. It's a movie about Martians coming to Earth to kidnap Santa because they want a Santa Claus on their planet.
Okay.
And it's awful, but it's so good, it's great. That's number 6. Number 5, Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad. Great film, underrated. I think it's a great film. Number 4, The Santa Claus with Tim Allen and its subsequent sequels. They go together in the.
That one's pretty good.
It's a good one.
I remember that one.
It's a great film. I enjoyed
Pretty
it. Number 3, obviously, Home Alone. And Home Alone 2. And this is going to be controversial. I actually like Home Alone 3.
Never saw it.
It's the first film they did.
Aren't there like 6 of them?
There's there is. There's 6. There's literally 6.
The Home Alone expanded universe.
Exactly. There's literally 6. The third one was pretty good. Then after that, it was just trash. But the first 2 are obviously holiday staples. So that's number 3. Number 2, Scrooged. I enjoy Bill Murray and Scrooged.
Okay.
Great film. And number 1 is Christmas Vacation. The greatest Christmas film of all time, in my opinion.
Mine's Rocky 4.
You're still Rocky 4.
Rocky 4 and then Die Hard.
And then Die Hard. That's understandable. And you need to watch Invasion USA. You're going to put that in your list as well. Invasion USA is an amazing film.
I don't know. Does it really top Rocky 4? I don't think so. He conquers communism on Christmas.
It's Chuck Norris.
It's Sylvester Stallone.
It's Chuck frickin' Norris, and he takes on terrorists.
It's Sylvester Stallone as Rocky, and he beats up Dolph Lundgren.
It's amazing.